have mincemeat out for dinner tonight. We're going to have tacos, but it's kind of cold and rainy, so I've decided we're going to make empanadas instead. I have already made my own short crust pastry. I've had it sitting in the fridge for the last 2 hours. If you want to make your own, it is so easy. I have done a post for it. I did it separately, so it's easy for you to find it. This works out at about $1.80 a batch. Otherwise, use the pre-done store stuff. That's fine as well. So let's get cooking empanadas. So just lightly oil your pan and let that heat up a little bit. So it's just over 500 grams of mincemeat, 1 onion. I'm using a purple onion this time, or red onion, whatever we're going to call it, but you can use whatever onion you've got. First off, we're going to brown our onion and garlic. I don't have any fresh garlic, so I'm just doing a teaspoon of minced garlic. When the garlic and onion soften, you want to add your mincemeat, break that up a bit and brown it. When your mince is brown, add 2 teaspoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Mix that through. You could add half a cup of chopped jalapenos now, or a bit of chili powder, whatever you prefer. And then add 1 cup of beef stock. And just salt and pepper to taste. Do that to combine and just leave it simmering for a while. So I'm pretty happy with my meat. I'm just going to let that cool down a little bit. While my meat's cooling, I'm going to work on my pastry. I've just split it in half. I'm just working it a little bit. It is quite firm from being in the fridge, but when you work it, it does soften very quickly. Just going to roll it out now. So I've rolled my dough out to this sort of thickness. Just using my egg ring. It's a bit smaller than I normally would use, but that's fine. To cut out circles. So I'm just going to do 1 teaspoon of mix, a little bit of cheese. I'm going to attempt to wrap it. I think I've got a little bit too much filling. I'm just going to kind of poke it in as I'm going. Give it a pinch the whole way around. And then put that on my line tray. So I'm just going to do 6 mini ones. I have pressed the edges with a fork, and I'm just going to do a light egg wash before I pop them in the oven at 180 degrees, and you just want to cook them until they're nice and golden brown. While my mini empanadas are cooking, I'm just going to roll out some more dough to make some bigger ones for us. Couldn't find my bigger circle cut, so I'm just using the lid of my butter. That will do. So that's got me 6 bigger circles. I'm going to fill those up with the meat and cheese and do exactly the same as I did with the previous ones. I'll press the edges with a fork and then pop them in the oven. Now I'm just going to put these 6 bigger ones in the oven as well. Now I still have a little bit of meat left. I could either freeze it, use it tomorrow in toasted sandwiches, but I found some short crust pastry in the freezer, so I'm going to use that and make up some extra ones. These are the 6 larger empanadas, all cooked, ready to be eaten. With the mince that we cooked, that's enough to do 10 large empanadas and 6 mini empanadas, but you do need to do a double batch of the pastry. So I am just waiting for the last 5 of my large empanadas to cook. I will dish them up for dinner. My kids have already had the mini ones, but I have kept one, and I'm going to do a taste test now. So this is the mini one all cooked. That is such a delicious short crust pastry. I would probably roll it a little bit thinner so you've got more filling to the pastry. But these are really yummy. Big winner in my family, and they were so cheap to make. So this is yet another dinner for feeding 5 people for under $15, and we're going to have leftovers as well, so I'll probably have it for lunch tomorrow. Make sure you like and save this so you can make the recipe for your family. And if you are someone that would like some cost of living solutions, hit the follow button. I'm going to keep on sharing what's working for me, and hopefully it can make your life a little bit easier as well.